Okay, so this is gonna be try number 2 at going to Eve before Kerbal Space Program 2 comes out. So I thought that was a good Eve transfer window, but when I tried to go there, it failed miserably. So we gotta wait for Eve to orbit another time. So this is it. So this is our transfer. I think that's better. I'm a quick save. Cannot quick save in the tracking station. Okay. We're just gonna check KSP transfers. So basically, Kerbin here, Eve there, Kerbin here, there. It's 6:56, but I think we could get into orbit before I have to go, and then I will continue the video with much more enthusiasm, I'm sure, after school. The idea is basically we send humans on a flyby of Eve, and we deploy a little tiny lander to go and take cool pictures and bring back data. Not bring back data, transmit back data. We are not bringing anywhere, except for people. We are bringing people. People are people, or not people. They're kerbals, and kerbals are expendables. I overthink things a lot. So I decided, I'm gonna just talk about it. I overthink things. It's a problem. Definitely. Yeah. We are now, going into a 140-kilometer ballistic trajectory, which is not exactly the trajectory I want. This rocket is very sensitive, because I'm not sure why. I think it has slightly larger drag on one side because of the ship and the way it's designed. So it is a little bit sensitive to small changes. 7:01. Man, I've only got 15 minutes playing Kerbal Space Program up until the bus gets here. Let's go. No. 7:10. I am getting off of this. I am having fun, but I cannot have too much, because I just can't have too much fun. And we're just gonna see how much Delta V we have left to see if we can make it. So we are now in orbit, and if we just check the KSP Delta V planner, to get to Eve we need 2,450 bare minimum. Not bare minimum, but pretty close to bare minimum. We have 2,450. Yikes. So no mistakes. This is big boy time. We go into Eve, but it's gonna be a bit of a catastrophe. So, anyways, we've got some time though before all that excitement. What even is our vehicle? Like, what's the plan here? Right? Yeah, I went over like basic idea, right? So we're sending a lander to Eve. So this is the ship. So there's the to Eve section and the from Eve section. So the to Eve section is just gonna take our ship to Eve, right, and basically hopefully get us into Eve orbit. The from Eve section is a space plane here, and it's going to get us from Eve and land on Kerbin. We also have the Eve lander, which is this little probe with a heat shield and a little tiny engine. It's going to make its way into Eve's atmosphere and have a very exciting, fun time riding the waves of very viscous air, and hopefully by the end of it, it will be at the bottom of Eve's atmosphere. Also, I cannot go on EVA, which is a little bit sad, but that's okay. So, yeah, that's the ship. Not really, because we also have these drop tanks, right? So, on our way back from Eve, eventually these tanks will run empty, so we can just jettison those, and we'll still have, and we'll just be getting rid of the extra mass. I did want to jettison these too, and it probably would be a good idea, but as you can see, we're already in orbit, and it's a bit too late to add that feature. So 7:05, I'm gonna quick save and leave the game. But yeah, we are gonna go to Eve next, right? There's the glorious desert below us. Oh, also there's this antenna up here. Completely unrelated. Also, what does this Eve probe lander look like? Because let's talk about that in our 5 remaining minutes. It's got some science experiments, a thermometer, barometer, goo canister, right? Those are the experiments. It's got a Communitron 16S to communicate with the world. It's got a battery, so it can transmit its data. It's got an Oxstat photovoltaic panel to get sunlight and charge the battery. And so basically, we want to land solar panel up, hopefully, or sideways, or whatever, on Eve. It's also got this heat shield, right? Which the heat shield is gonna protect it. And then it's got a giant parachute that you cannot see because it's like right here. Giant parachute. Yeah, now you can see it. Giant parachute to get there. Yo, I just got back from school. I'm ready to continue the Traveler 5 mission and hopefully land on the moon. Not the moon. What? Pardon my ridiculous we're just gonna ignore that I said that. So anyways, next step is to go and actually like go to Eve. So we're gonna do that now. So it's quick saving. I no longer have the ability to revert the flight, so if something goes wrong, we're gonna have to send a rescue mission, which probably won't be in this video. But anyways. So the transfer window set up and everything, right? We just gotta burn approaching the sun, right? So like somewhere around here, but I think it's also supposed to be like over here a little bit. So like about here. Okay, so now we use our very, very crappy reaction wheels to get there, and it will be absolutely lovely. Yes, instead of tea, I have Dr. Pepper now since it's later in the day. Okay. So we are now initiating the transfer burn, which will get us to Eve. So it takes a little bit of time. I also have the ComNet network visualized for some reason. I just like it that way, to be honest. It's cool to see all the green things. But sometimes it does look a little cluttered, but like if you know what you're doing, it's kind of cool. If you know what you're doing. Yes, because I am superior. No, that's not what I mean. But you get the idea. So I'm gonna shut up about that. But yeah, so we're just raising that apoapsis. And yeah. So okay. Now we have that Eve out there. In fact, starting to think, should not have done that because we have nodes. I don't really know why they're called nodes. Does anyone know why they're called nodes? Because there's like no reason for them to be called nodes. But we have these things, so we could just like see if this even works at all. And like make sure we're doing the right thing before we commit to something that we can't guarantee. Might help to actually set that as a target. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna quick save because this is the big one. Okay. Oh, we cannot SAS to maneuver nodes, so we are gonna have to be very yeah, with this. It's a 57-minute burn. So I've got not that long. 57-second burn, not minute. I said minute, didn't I? 57-second burn, and so we need to be about 30 seconds. About T-minus 30 seconds. We'll start the burn. Split it. So that's within a meter. And if we check our orbit now, we have an even counter. So we are good. Alright. I have 1351 meters per second left. Hopefully enough to do a couple correction burns and slow down. Man, that was stressful. Okay, so we're now leaving Kerbin. By Kerbin. It is moving very fast away from us. This is just too much to ask. Kerbal Space Program. Can't talk. Oh, rolling is easy. Well, there it is. Imagine just like being here, like, yo, just sitting here with one other person for like a year. Funny. This has the same meters as all the other ones, except like there's also these CRT screens that are going completely unused. It would be so cool if these were actually like used for something, you know? Like if these actually showed something. Maybe Kerbal Space Program 2 should do that. Through the void. Anyways. Just gonna... We can execute this burn very slowly, basically. Since we're orbiting at the same speed as the planet. E-key. Oh god. I really hope we have enough delta V to, like, even get into orbit of this thing. Looks like it. Looks like we can get an orbit. I think an orbit isn't a bad thing to ask. I think that's possible. Okay, I think it's probable. Okay, we're in orbit. Now getting down is a bit hard on the booster. So, man. Okay, I need to stop panicking. Okay. So. Where's Eve? Oh! Oh, yeah, look at those lightning storms, by the way. This is a very terrifying sight. Okay. We're good now. Just using up the last of that fuel. Alright. Just look at those lightning storms, though, when they happen. We're gonna have to now go onto the ship fuel, which is concerning, right? Okay, so, you know, we are now, like, really, using stuff I don't exactly want to use. Do a crew report. You can't help but notice how incredibly purple the planet is. Okay, so, now we're ready to deploy this probe. So, moment of truth, I guess, right? Oh, wait. It docked again, didn't it? No, okay. We go into docking mode and just like do a very slight translation just to get that probe away from us. Lovely. Okay. So this probe has 729 delta V, so I think it'll be able to do pretty well. So we're gonna go up to the apoapsis and then careful, I don't want to run back into that thing. Okay, so just gonna glide up to the apoapsis and man, I need to chill, but I just cannot chill. This is scary. Okay, and we're gonna do a retrograde burn, right? And we do not want to go inside the atmosphere, right? I think. Oh, I have to like stage the. What? Is this even active? There we go. Oh god. Oh goodness. Do I not have connection? How do I not have connection? What? Oh goodness. I don't have connection with the. How? How do I not have connection with the space shuttle? It's like right over wherever it is. I don't know where it is, to be honest. feel like I did something horribly bad. How do I not have connection? Anyways, I should probably keep an eye on my periapsis here. So we just need to get that. Oh man, that's a bit daring. So it's gonna do a very, very low pass, right? Incredibly low pass. Incredibly low pass. Incredibly shallow, right? Because Eve's atmosphere is thick, like thick. So we need to face prograde because prograde is the way our heat shield is. Apoapsis height is not changing. It's a bit odd. Are we not burning? Our apoapsis height should be going down. Like, we should... Huh. I'm gonna go in for a lower pass, I guess. I'm gonna go up for the now, okay, now we're in the atmosphere. We only have physics time warp. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh yikes. Okay, here it goes. Okay. My heat shield has a temperature bar. Oh goodness. Oh goodness me. Oh goodness. Oh goodness gracious. Is my heat? Oh no, it's my docking port. It's the docking port. It's the docking port, I think. Yeah, it's the docking port. We're okay. Okay, the docking port has a temperature bar. That's fine. Man, this is scary. Okay. So, the docking port is gonna melt off. That's expected. We have used up a lot of heat shield though. We've used up more than half of our ablator just with that pass. So hopefully the next one isn't so violent. Going like way faster than your average re-entry. In an atmosphere way thicker than Kerbin's. And we've got 38 ablator points, I guess, ablator units. And that's running out really quickly. And ablator basically is like how much heat shield you have before heat shield doesn't want a heat shield anymore. So yeah, because this orange stuff here is heat shield. That's saying that there's only 22 units of heat shield left. 19, 18. They're going by like seconds now. 17, 16, 15, 14. But their velocity is going down. 13, 12, 11. Oh god. Once this goes down, our heat shield is going to overheat and die. And then it's up to our probe to bear the heat. 6, 5. We've got 2100 meters a second of velocity relative to surface. 4, 3, 2. Yeah, we're screwed. 1. Oh yikes. Everything's shaking. The heat shield is okay, actually, and we are slowing down, and we are no longer very fast. We are subsonic, or not subsonic. We are almost subsonic. We actually made that. Holy crap. Oh my goodness. Man, we are falling to the ground. We're okay. We're okay. That was perfect. Oh my goodness. And the parachute's deployed. Everything's going as planned. Oh my goodness. And now we fall into the black, foggy void. Kind of creepy. Man, that was lucky. That was incredibly lucky. Wow. For the purple waters of Eve, or I don't know what it is. What are Eve's oceans made of? Does anyone know? Put the camera down a little bit. Oh, nope. It's very finicky. This camera is like, I don't even know how it's supposed to be mounted to my monitor. I think it just sits here. Kind of weird. Okay, our most stable position appears to be sideways. I guess retrograde will try to write it. Okay, we're down. Contact with the ground. Oh, oh goodness me. Look at my foolish blunder. Okay, well, We can still do the other parts of the contract. Dang. Okay, so do we have enough Delta V to get from Eve to not Eve? That is the real question here. Could I like do a correction burn somewhere around here to like oh my god, no. This is so difficult. And how much Delta V is this maneuver even gonna take? Guys, we are on our way to Kerbin. We're gonna go to Kerbin. Oh my goodness. And they all said I couldn't do it. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is incredible. Oh my goodness. Today's a good day. Man, that was... This is such an inclined orbit. This shouldn't even be possible. Okay. Alright. Sorry, that was ridiculous. I mean, I was way too excited over, like, literally a maneuver node and, like, the mission going as planned. We're not out of the woods yet because we are in a space plane. We do have to land this thing, right? That is a good idea. So, you know, just a reminder. Alright, so my recording length is like a feature film now. But anyways, I am now on the way to Kerbin, and I have another maneuver node set up for a correction burn. And I'm just gonna fire up the engine and do that. It is a bit of a long correction burn, 1 minute and 32 seconds. But it's I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's worth it, I guess. I don't know. We need to just get this periapsis a lot lower, which is a bit concerning here because I'm starting to think maybe that's not gonna be possible. With the Delta V we've got. No, I think we're gonna be good. What was that supposed to be? Okay, something that'd be really nice. But I'm just gonna go with something like 50 for now. I'm gonna quick save here, right? And so I'm not gonna quick save anymore. What I do is I take a Sharpie and I just lay it on top of my F5 key, so that when I try to click it, I realize, wait, if I do this, I could really mess up things. So that's how I sort of remind myself. So we're gonna do that burn. The Mons orbit. Kerbin is bigger in the window. Soon we will be very much inside of it. So yikes, here we go. This is the big time. Think about it for Kerbal Space Program. Like, man. Anyways, man, yeah, we're already heating up. We're at 66,000. Man, we are going fast. You might be wondering, like, yo, how is this thing not exploding? It doesn't have a heat shield. The plane parts are more resistant to heat because, like, obviously it's pretty hard to, like, build a heat shield for all these pieces. So it's just like, you know what, we're just gonna make these really heat resistant, which is nice. So we want to keep an eye on if there's, especially on the fuel tanks, like if there's like heat coming, like if there's a trail coming off of that, you know, we got to worry about that. We also, hopefully by the end of this pass, we want this apoapsis to not be infinity, because if it is, then we've got a problem. Okay. Another pass at 53K, and lovely, stunning, shocking. What happens next will shock you. Okay, so now we want to get to about here, and then we start worrying about like getting the right attitude and closing our solar panels and things. Okay, we're going through yet again. I'm proud of it. I mean, it's not really an SSTO space plane, it doesn't launch horizontally or anything, but it's so cool, right? It's definitely a neat thing that I've never done before. Oh, and there's Eve too, right there. Wow. Okay, what a nice reminder of what we did. Okay. So our apoapsis is just going down. And we're probably going to go back up to the apoapsis and then burn again just to get our periapsis down to something a little more reasonable. I think I did like the 40s or something. And yeah. Also, we should probably worry about the heat on our tail fin and fuel tanks there. You know, be kind to the vehicle, all that. Of course, you know, trying to keep it stable. But yeah, I think we're doing pretty good. So, bouncing up again. Alright. And now it's just another routine test flight, so I'm going to quick save, take the Sharpie off. Alright, once we're above 70 here, we'll quick save. Okay. Lovely. Look at those rivers. I've always wanted to be like near one of those rivers, but I've never done it. I wonder what it'd be like. I don't know. There's a lot of cool landforms in Kerbal Space Program that I'm just like, oh man, I want to like be near one of them. Am I gonna come in for another night landing? No. Okay. That's nice. It'll be more of a sunrise landing, which is really nice. And there's the whole world again. Really gotta hammer in that overview effect for the crew. Tell them how tiny they are before sending them back home to live out the rest of their lives on this tiny little ball. It's not something I'd really like to be hot, if I can help it. So I'm gonna really try to cool down here, although I don't know if I can. And I also want to try to go for that plane, not for the mountains. I also want to keep an eye on my trajectory. Man, I'm making this seem harder than it really is, so I'm gonna stop. Looks like Jeb is smiling, so Jeb doesn't think it's hard. Jeb isn't scared. Jeb's never been scared. He doesn't know what fear is. Okay, so we're slowing down. We're now at the speed of a rocket-powered plane, that I flew in sandbox mode. And now we're at like literally that speed still. So we're gonna just hopefully I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing, to be honest. Just trying to land, really. Oh, that looks cool, doesn't it? Okay. So we're gonna go maybe for that area over there, because that looks pretty good. We are pitching up quite violently, so if this thing explodes, I honestly won't blame it. We're now going at like normal hypersonic plane velocities, maybe? Maybe? No, not really. Maybe like a rocket max Q velocity. Okay. I think 1,000 is like hypersonic. I'm just trying to like give out like some kind of landmarks, land points. What? Yeah. I'm not the greatest at talking, apparently. It's okay. Something is heating up a lot. I think it's just the landing gear. We'll be fine. Should have a shield on it to keep it fine, but I guess, I mean, yeah. Okay, now we're at like normal hypersonic velocities, and this is where the instability comes in, so I'm going to drain my fuel and oxidizer from the ship, and store that to... Alright, so we're out of fuel now. So that'll help with the stability. So I'm gonna quick save here, right? Because really now I'm just trying to land this thing. So we're now just going at like hypersonic speeds. I wouldn't even say hypersonic. And once we get below 340, we're subsonic. But the transition between hypersonic and or supersonic and subsonic is last time at least, or on both the flights I had previously, kind of tripped me up and messed things up. But it looks like we're subsonic now. We're okay. So we'll see. We'll see how we do. So I'm gonna go for a nosedive, right? Which generally isn't a good idea, but it's Kerbal Space Program, so I can do what I want. No, I'm just gonna do a ridiculous like 77G turn just to like get that horizontal velocity up at the last minute. So once we're at about maybe 5,000 meters, I'll pull up. Maybe? I mean, maybe 55. Okay, so now I'm going to pull up, and that's just really gonna bring down that vertical speed and really bring up that horizontal speed so that we can really go fast sideways instead of up or down, I mean. So that's looking good. And so I'm just gonna do a little physics time warp because like it's taken a while and I'm impatient. If I was skilled, I would try to land at the Kerbal Space Center runway and be all cool, but like, what do you take me for? Someone who knows how to play the game that they're playing? Like, come on. Okay, so we're going sideways now, which is good. That is how we're supposed to be going. Got some mountains in the distance. Everything looks fine. I think we're gonna make it. I'm really thinking we're gonna be okay. So yeah, just a little nosedive, just a little routine nosedive. I'm not sure if that's something you'd want your passenger pilot thing, whatever. Like if you're flying a passenger plane, you probably don't want to do that. But if you're flying a jet in Kerbal Space Program and not real life, then it's probably fine. Deploying the landing gear, we are now in what could be considered an uncontrollable nosedive. But I'm just gonna consider it a bit of a nose first landing. Oh no, a gear first landing, and we're fine, and we're toggling the brakes, and oh my goodness, there's no way we just, oh my goodness, we did it. We returned to Kerbin from an orbit and a flyby of Eve. Man, all in one piece. We just did it. Oh my god. Alright, well I guess we'll just see what we got out of this mission, and that'll be the video. Wow. I made it. Oh my god. Okay, recover. Wow, that was cool. That was the only time I've returned from an interplanetary mission in Kerbal Space Program. That was crewed. That was the only crewed interplanetary mission that I've returned from. Well, there was the one where I just left Kerbin Sphere of Influence, but like, that's not another planet, and I went right back anyways. So that's just cheating. But this was the real first one, man. This was the big one. Wow.